All right, here's my officially belated now contribution to Stranger Things Day. I have 5 hopes for season 5. And I want to clarify, these are not predictions, these are hopes. I just need you to understand how much I'm restraining myself from going into detail about any of these because I have literal pages of notes on all of these. But for today, just for Stranger Things Day, I just want to get these hopes out there. The first one is kind of even before the season starts. In the trailers for the show, I really want them to use Mike's dialogue from episode 1, the something is coming. They use that line over their little baby faces and then transition it into them dealing with whatever they're dealing with in 5. Ugh, it's such like nostalgia bait and I will just eat it up. 2, in the same way that we got to see Nancy dealing with Barb and Joyce with Bob and Max with Billy, I really need to see Dustin dealing with Eddie's death and I really need him to start dressing like a little bit like him. 3, there's always a new like D&D term or villain or whatever that they bring in, and this year what I really want it to be is the concept of the death save. In particular, I think that black space that's sort of between Hawkins and the Upside Down, it's sort of where you go in your mind when you're not really in those places. I think it would be a great place for souls to kind of be wandering and a little bit stuck. It would be a great place to encounter lots of familiar faces who I don't think will be resurrected, but can be like helped to move on. But I do think it's where Max is trapped. And I do think that they will use the concept of the death save as a way to talk about like bringing her back into our world. Or if you've been on my page long enough, you know this. I hope there's fucking time travel in that last season. Especially today, I was rewatching Volume 2 in theaters, and like one of the things that he shows Nancy is the clock spinning backwards. The gates open at Town Hall. It looks like the Save the Clock Tower clock tower. I just need there to be time travel. And this kind of ties to my even crazier like pipe dream. Just bear with me on this one. In episode 1, we do not actually see what Will sees when he turns around, when he gets taken by presumably the Demogorgon in the shed. And my kind of pipe dream is that we revisit this moment when we go back to season 5, and what he turns around to see is actually Vecna, Elle, or Will himself. And I again acknowledge that that's kind of nuts. But I just think there's an interesting story there to tell. And it doesn't have to be the one they want to tell. And they can tell another one and I will happily watch it once. And then I will go back to playing with you guys because that's kind of been the best part of all this is just playing around with other people. So happy Stranger Things Day. What do you guys think?